So I was talking to Trevor this morning, and he had mentioned a feature of having multiple entry points into a scene. We were talking about the ability to have a side scroller game where you go to the right and you continue on, and then we had talked about being able to go up and down in the scene. And one of the issues that I was raising was parallaxing and having art assets and making sure that looks right. And I say that kind of raises the level of complexity for level creation, and for managing all this. So through that, he said, well, why don't we have maybe we just go through a tube and we go down and it takes you to the next section of the level. So that got me thinking, well, why not just do scenes then that don't move the camera and you don't side scroll. It's the scene like we've been doing it, but we create out of that a bit of a map like this, and it's a little bit of a maze, but it definitely has a linear effect and points the user in the right direction. For instance, we have keys that you have to get so that you can get to the next level. So this is the normal looking level with normal sea creatures. This is the purple level with the jellyfish and the weird spikes and everything. And this is the ice level. And to get into each level, you need a key. And finally, there's a finish, of course. You need a key for that. So one of the ways we could do this to monetize the game is then introduce ads. So what I've created in here is some shortcuts and some long ways to go around. And of course you see an ad when you go get a key. So when you come through this level, you start here, you go here, you go here. And if you go the long way, then when you go from this scene to this scene, you're shown an ad in between. Then when you progress through and you find the key room or scene, when you come back, you're shown an ad. And then you're able to progress on into the next level. Down here we also have a shortcut where you have 1, 2, 3, and you haven't seen an ad yet. And now if you chose to take a shortcut, because you're saving 1, 2 scenes out of the whole thing, it would take 4 to get to here, whereas with the shortcut it only takes you 2. So to do that, you kind of the benefit of to saving yourself 2 scenes is by showing you an ad, and that's the cost to the player. Of course, when they get to here and they realize they don't have the key yet for this level, for getting down into the ice age, so to speak, they have to come back through and come find the blue key room and find that, come back out, and then they're shown an ad because it's a key room. Then they could come back and go through the level. Now, one of the questions that definitely raises is whether or not we re-show ads if they chose to come back up and use the same path to get back to where the key actually is. And so it just depends on whether it be too annoying. Maybe we have a rule where we say we don't show an ad more than 3 scenes apart. So that might be a little difficult here. Might have to add a scene, but maybe it's just 2 levels is the rule of thumb. I don't know. But it is an opportunity as they're making a mistake and they're coming back through, they're hit with an ad, and it's kind of a known entry point. We could also just disable the ad once they've seen the ad in between a particular set of scenes, so we don't show the ad again. And it could be as simple as that. Now, what else that this does for us is that it gives us a roadmap of what needs to be created. It helps us divvy this up, and I think also too when we create levels, we don't have to have a degree of difficulty from here to here. We don't have to do that in this type of a game setting. The levels can certainly, what they can be is just set out however we want, medium or easy or hard. And I think it's good to actually have a variance between levels. Some are difficult. Maybe one that we create that is rather difficult is the last one, but it doesn't necessarily have to go from here to here, and we don't have to police whether these levels are more intricate or difficult than the one previous. So I think this gives us a point A to point B. It also gives us a roadmap of what we need to create and how we can divide this work up, who can take what, and it gives us a plan. We can actually plan off of something like this, where we're going to show ads, where the key room would actually be, that type of thing for the various doors. When you complete a level, my suggestion is that we take out the enemies after you have cleared it, so that if you do make a mistake, let's say you get over here and you haven't found out the key, when you're coming back and you've already completed this level, you can go through it without any problem. And I don't think we need to punish the player to that level. So it's easy to get through, and you're trying to get back to where you remember you had another door and you didn't take that door. Then you come back down, and of course you have to complete that level because it's never been done before, that type of thing. So I think that's I don't know, something we should talk about. See what you guys think.